I'm Christine Lutley, FibroCoach.Online. I'm here to launch my new YouTube channel named for my business and for what I do, FibroCoach.Online. You can expect to see a lot of me. This is video number 1 in the first series of videos I plan to release. It's my intention to make a habit of releasing these videos for you. While I know what I'm talking about and I'm quite comfortable, I've always been nervous in front of a camera and a mic. So we'll have to see how well I do with practice and consistent effort and see if I can become a little more relaxed and natural. But I hope you'll put up with me with my anxiety. Women with fibromyalgia really do want to get our health and our lives back. We're not lazy. We're not faking. We just don't get the care and support we need from the medical system. We've been told nothing can be done. Fibro isn't understood. It has no known cause. It has no known cure. It's invisible, so you don't see us suffer. And so that lets others assume that we aren't suffering, that we're fine. The most depressing and recurring comment on fibro support groups is fibromyalgia is ruining my life. That's about as depressing for other fibromyalgia sufferers to read as it was for someone to write about. As much as you want pain relief and you need to sleep, you want and need someone to understand what you're going through. I get that. I needed it too. In fact, I would have given anything to have found it years ago when I was first diagnosed. It's 21 years ago now that I was diagnosed by a rheumatologist specializing in fibromyalgia. It seemed like we tried everything for years. He was very aggressive with his treatment of me, giving me trigger point injections, poking me several times over with a needle, actually breaking up the calcified tissue, and also lidocaine on a rapid infusion, which was very relaxing and soothing, but the medical clinic where he was doing it wouldn't allow him to continue the practice. They said it was dangerous. I think maybe they thought it made us feel good. Anyway, nothing worked for me for very long. My life felt like a mess. I couldn't work, and I was thousands of miles from my family. I was lucky to have a good friend move in with me. Otherwise, the only people that I was meeting were all at treatments or doctors or lawyers' offices, and like me, they were desperate and frightened. That wasn't a good situation. Then, finally, an upbeat woman I met at aquatherapy referred me to a spiritual healing center. There, finally, I was welcomed, accepted, understood, and loved by warm, positive, loving people who genuinely wanted to help others. It was the best thing that could have happened. I started studying and practicing various energetic and spiritual healing modalities. I started meditating again. I started participating and being involved in something other than my illness once again. They became my mentors, and they taught me their trinity of truth, trust, and passion for all aspects of life. They taught me about their 4-body healing modality and about their mission of healing the world one person at a time. And I was one of their earliest ones. I learned a great deal from this group and from many of the people I met there. They became my first tribe. Love and understanding are the best antidotes for fear and negativity. Having someone hold space for me so I could safely feel my emotions and express my feelings instead of trying to hold it all in was a huge relief, and it was deeply, deeply healing. Clearing out all of that negative energy is essential for all of us. Replacing it with something positive is deeply rewarding, and it is necessary to feel whole. Avoiding more negativity and learning how to avoid absorbing negative energy again from others are essential to avoid feeling drained. There are several practical changes we need to make in order to make life with fibro bearable and then easier. Getting sleep is absolutely essential, and so sleep hygiene and/or sleep aids of some kind are important. This cannot be overstated. Proper nutrition is needed. Junk foods, sugar, flour, artificial sweeteners, and processed foods must go. Movement is important. Not moving is a depressant, as well as awful for our bodies, particularly for sick, sore, stiff muscles. It is hard to be self-motivated and consistent in practices without accountability, yet consistency is required. Activity that keeps you engaged and stimulated is important. All these practical changes are best accomplished by deliberately building them into routines and then turning those routines into habits. Sticking with those new healthy habits will allow you to make long-term changes without backsliding. Mindset is also crucial. One cannot succeed at anything without proper mindset. Fibro seems to have a whole mindset of its own, and it is completely unhealthy. It is depressing, it is anxious, and it is just plain sick. Depression, negativity, anxiety, fear, and all of that sort of thinking just will not contribute towards getting well. It can't. They just suck us into a hole. But there are alternatives. Meditation, mindfulness, cognitive behavioral therapy, and self-hypnosis are helpful approaches to calming the mind and activating the parasympathetic system to rest and relax. So is deep breathing. Activities like yoga, tai chi, and qigong are body-mind activities that incorporate deep breathing and slow rhythmic movements and are great stress busters. I highly recommend them all. We need to learn to notice, recognize, and identify one at a time the many limiting beliefs socialized in us from early childhood, right through until the last ad we saw. This work helps us to break free from the control of the past and from the beliefs of others that are imposed on us. We don't need to be controlled by other people's beliefs, and it's just not healthy for us in moving forward. To heal and evolve, we need to start creating our own beliefs and living and acting on those. There are modalities that help to clear energy and change limiting beliefs. I'll talk about some of those in upcoming videos. Learning to relax and trust that the universe is a friendly place and that the universe or God has our back has been the realm of spirit before. In the past, religion and metaphysics tried to explain everything. These days, it is quantum physics telling us that everything is energy. The lines, once very clear, separating the spiritual from the scientific, are coming together and are now blurred. A fact that has remains in both systems is that energy can be changed but cannot be created or destroyed. Energy certainly needs to be changed in fibromyalgia. Fibro's reputation in society is dismal, and its energy is dismal. It makes us feel awful. So let's change it up. That's the primary focus of my work. I help women with fibromyalgia to make several necessary changes holistically to get symptoms in check so they can start to get their energy and their lives back. My coaching for women with fibromyalgia helps women just like you, just like me, to manage pain and fatigue in several new ways, to learn new skills and create new routines and healthy new habits. These changes bring about better sleep. No longer exhausted, changes bring about positive and optimistic mindset, and pain lessens when we stop feeding it our attention. Energy goes where attention flows, and so it's important for us to stop feeding it to our pain and find other places to put it. The program itself can be outlined very quickly and the basics taught very quickly, but it does take some time to integrate the changes into habits and the new routines into daily life. Just learning the concepts and understanding them is not enough. They need to be implemented as permanent lifestyle changes. None of the changes are too difficult to do, especially in exchange for the results that you get. Best results come with ongoing coaching because transformation takes time. It's easier to succeed with a coach. I was lucky. I had some. We are so worth it. You are so worth it. Recovering from fibromyalgia is so worth it. It means getting your wellness and your life back and making permanent changes so you will be able to regroup, thrive more holistically than ever before. Whether it's you with fibromyalgia, or an employee, a friend or family member, someone you care about, there is no need for anyone to go it alone with fibro. Help is available. It took me a long time, a lot of pain and suffering, and a substantial investment financially and energetically to learn all this. I'm thrilled to now be paying it forward. For a free coaching session, contact me, Christine Lutley. I'll leave my information at YouTube below. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Thanks very much.